Race, human categorizations. A race is a categorization of humans based on shared physical or social qualities into groups generally viewed as distinct within a given society. The term was first used to refer to speakers of a common language and then to denote national affiliation by the 17th century. The term began to refer to physical phenotypical traits. Modern science regards race as a based on physical similarities within groups. Race does not have an inherent physical or biological meaning. Social conception and grouping of races have varied over time, often involving folk taxonomies that define essential types of individuals based on perceived traits. Today, scientists consider such biological essentialism obsolete and generally discourage racial explanation for collective differentiation in both physical and behavioral traits. Even though there is a broad scientific agreement that essentialist and typological conceptions of race are untenable, scientists around the world continue to conceptualize race in wildly different ways. While some researchers continue to use the concept of race make distinction among fuzzy sets of traits or observable differences in behavior, others in the scientific community suggest that the idea of race is inherently naive or simplistic. Still, others argue that among human races has no taxonomic significance because all living humans belong to same subspecies Homo sapiens. Since the second half of the 20th century, the association of race with the discredited theories of science racism has contributed to race becoming increasingly seen as a largely pseudo-scientific system of classification. Although still used in general concept, race has often been replaced by less ambiguous and loaded terms or depending on text defined racism. Modern scholarship views racial categories as social constructed that is real. Race is not intrinsic to human being but rather an identity created often by socially dominant groups to establish meaning in a social content. Different cultures define different racial groups, often focused on the largest group of social relevance, and these definitions can change over time. In South Africa, the Population Registration Act 1950 recognized only white, black, and colored with Indians. Or later, the government of Myanmar recognized 8 major national ethnic races.